Should all gun owners have to pay for the damages of gun violence? It has been 2 weeks since a gunman killed 9 co-workers in San Jose. Since that massacre, the U.S. has suffered at least 29 mass shootings that have killed 25 people. This is according to a tally by the Gun Violence Archive. Now that is more than 2 mass shootings per day. No other peer nation on earth experiences anything remotely approaching that. Now, the mayor of San Jose, California is trying to make gun owners foot part of the bill for that staggering toll with gun insurance and fees. The proposal would require San Jose gun owners to obtain liability insurance for their weapons and pay a fee to cover the public cost of gun violence. Other measures introduced include a requirement to videotape gun and ammo sales and improved information sharing on high-risk individuals. And San Jose Mayor Sam Ricardo is joining us now. Mayor, it's great to have you with us. Explain how this works.
Well, thank you, Anna. The insurance and fee requirements would really be very straightforward. We would require that every gun owner pay a fee when they do say they'll get a form from the city, and then they'll be able to fill out that form indicating that they've got an insurance policy. Almost all homeowners and renters policies will cover gun ownership. That way, our victims of unintentional shootings will at least have some way to pay for the hospital bills and other serious kinds of costs that they have to incur. And equally importantly, our taxpayers won't be footing the bill for gun violence as they do today. We know that the Second Amendment protects everyone's right to own a gun. It does not require that taxpayers subsidize that ownership.
But would the money then go to insurance companies?
No. The fees will go directly to the city and potentially to the county as well. We're talking to them as well about the cost that they pay for in the emergency rooms and so forth. So the fees simply pay for the public cost of responding to gun violence in the form of emergency medical response and police and all the other things that cities have to do throughout the country to respond to the scourge of gun violence.
But why do gun owners, the majority of whom are responsible gun owners, deserve to have this extra financial burden? Why is it fair?
Well, first of all, the insurance requirement is something that we're all very used to in automobiles, right? We know that it's important that injured victims be compensated, and we know that insurance can be a mechanism to make us drive more safely, right? We have lower premiums for safe driving. Insurance companies have been very helpful in ensuring that technological advances in braking and airbags and so forth have saved literally hundreds of thousands of lives in this country. And so we think insurance can be a mechanism for ensuring that gun owners get gun safes and trigger locks and all the other things, gun safety classes, that can make us safer. And right now we have 4.6 million children in this country that live in homes where a gun is loaded and unlocked. So we know insurance is a way that we can all be safer, even in a country with 300 million guns. And similarly, fees, the reality is the public taxpayers are footing the bill for those who choose to own guns. It's appropriate that if gun owners believe in the importance of this right, then they pay for the cost that guns incur on the public.
Every life saved is worth it, right? If it saves one life. But I know your city has had at least 8 shootings in the last 2 weeks, you said, so basically since the mass shooting that claimed lives at the rail yard there. How would this law have prevented those?
Well, there are different aspects of proposals that we are pushing, for example, around gun violence restraining orders that will be really critically helpful for incidents like this, where coworkers and family members may have suspicions that somebody is not quite safe, and they know that they have access to guns. And so being able to get gun violence restraining orders, particularly for those who have mental health episodes, will be really critical for us. But with regard to insurance and fees, there's a lot of different harms that are associated with guns. There are 500 deaths by unintentional shooting every year. There are more than 26,000 injuries by unintentional shooting. That's where insurance can play a great role in ensuring that we are all being safer with how it is we own guns and store guns and train ourselves to be appropriately handling guns.
So how much are we talking here? What would be the fee? And how often would people have to pay for insurance, for example?
Yeah, the insurance is often free. It's usually included in the homeowners and rentals policies. Occasionally, there'll be a small cost for a rider, so that won't cost much of anything at all, and probably nothing. What will cost something is the annual fee every year, typically probably $20–$25, something along those lines. We have experts that are providing us with the actual cost per gun in the city of San Jose. That analysis is underway now, but the number is much, much higher than $25, I can assure you. And so the likely fee is not even going to compensate the public for the full cost. In the state of California, taxpayers incurred $1.4 billion in costs for emergency rooms and police response and ambulances and all the other things that are necessary to respond to the scourge of gun violence. So this is a very large bill, and it's time for gun owners to be footing part of that bill.
San Jose Mayor Sam Liccardo, thank you.